Here come the flags. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Foreman. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and short.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it to Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Start! Black 20.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Black 80.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Jack 16.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And shoving his way inside the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Zebra.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run here with Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Foreman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
The reason that counter and misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the 1st half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McDonald. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Gotta go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A carry for Foreman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And it's a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And his pass incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back Le'Veon Bell that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Black 80. Jack 16.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
2 really nice plays. The second one a run, and now they're set up 1st and goal, and the offense is clicking right now. They're really humming. The momentum continues to build for them, and they feel great about the position they're in. I can't imagine that the offense coordinator is feeling anything but good right now. Looking at his play sheet, run, pass, either way, he's got to like his chances.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get it running right, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And some room to roam now. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Set! Blue 30. Snickers, you got to spin.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. K.J. Wright in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk. And my goodness, another. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe try it, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll go with Foreman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They run again with Foreman. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quick.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Snickers, you got to spin.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10.
95.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying,
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use it all the way through.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.